Hello trainers, and welcome to the making of the thumbnail for date night number 7 with Milotic. This episode, the theme was Milotic talking about the responsibility of suddenly getting a mass following and what to do with that influence. I felt Milotic was good to talk about this, as their pre-evolution is a objectively, canonically ugly little fish that then evolves suddenly into this beautiful lake leviathan. So I start with the outline. I typically start with the eye. The eye is honestly a similar shape to the original Pokemon, so didn't have to change too much there. And then changing that cream color into my Ditto Pink. The Ditto Pink definitely was at risk of blending in with the, what would that be, eyebrow? It looks like an antenna and then a magnificent eyebrow. I'm not sure what other body part to equate that to, aside from maybe a fin, but I'm just going to call it the eyebrow. But I did my best using shine and outline to make sure that it didn't get blended too much, because with the antenna, you take that same color and it's a gradient. I first use the gradient tool, and then I go back in with the paintbrush to give it a bit more of a strokey sense, because it's not a clean gradient on the original, it's a bit more looks like a paint stroke, so I tried to be faithful to that. I do also recognize I probably could have had another magnificent eyebrow on the other side. It might have been showing, but we can also say it might have flexed down to be alongside her neck. I need to get better about really thinking about the body parts that are in the background. I mostly just wanted to make sure there was some sense of motion, and I also kind of wanted to show off her neck beauty marks, because I think they're a cute little touch. So yeah, doing the gradient again on the other antenna. And this thumbnail overall took me about 25 minutes. Thankfully, I didn't have any technical issues like I did with the previous episode of Snorlax. Everything went smooth, it went fine. And now going back in with the body color, increasing the hardness of the line, because I'm just filling in the gaps with my pretty pink. And then with the background, typically I use the original colors and do like either a gradient or a texture. This one, I love Milotic's tail pattern so much, and I think it made a very dynamic and just pretty background. And then getting that other color with some just random spots that I decided to make pink. Didn't want to make too many too close to the body, especially since it's sparse on the Pokemon as well. And then adding my DDD, and then we'll be adding the heart for the date, using that nice cream color and the color of their eye for the text. And yeah, that's number 7. I hope you enjoyed the... Oh yeah, and then the Ditto Shine. Getting ahead of myself. The Ditto Shine I always say for last, because it's my favorite part, but it's so natural to me at this point, I forget to mention it. Yeah, so using the shine on the antenna there to make sure it breaks up from the eyebrow a little better. Probably could have used some shadow, but I typically don't use much shadow. If it's a far more dynamic piece with multiple parts going on, similar to the Ninetales that I did, then I'll start using more shadow, but typically I just use base colors and that Goo Girl shine. And especially since it is a big noodly leviathan, I can have a big shiny on her neck. And zooming out so that I can do the test, because the thumbnail's typically pretty small. And now that's about it. So yeah, there's our pretty gal of fame. If you like this video, you can have early access on my Patreon and Subscribestar. There are also the audio episodes that are associated with these thumbnails. There's some not safe for work. There's also opportunities to have some art commissions done in this style with my Dittified Pokemon. And I hope to see you for the next catch. Bye-bye.